I've got a question to ask you. Yeah, you, specifically, John. All the Johns out there might have done like a little gasp. Would you give up your dignity, your integrity, and your sense of pride for riches? Now, the reason I'm asking this question is very important because this exact question I have asked myself a couple of times, and I believe for the first time that I can ever remember, we actually have someone who is kind of following through with this. So even before the situation came up, the situation we're going to talk about here in a couple seconds, I have asked this question to myself quite a bit. Would I become the most hated person on the internet? I am a complete annoyance and everything I do just ends up hurting someone in some way. But for whatever reason, I start getting money. Like, people start watching the videos I upload and, you know, I get a ton of clicks, a ton of ads, and I start raking in the cash. But there's almost a 0% chance of any kind of redemption online. Would I go through with that? Now, to shock you a little bit, I used to think yes. I used to think, yeah, I would. I would buckle up, nut up, and shut up for 5 years. You know, I would definitely be the most hated person online, make $5 million, and then just disappear from the online, the cyberspace. I used to think I would do that because I was like, damn, you know, with that much money, I could, you know, get my dad a lake house and have him retire. I could, you know, buy myself a house and just kind of chill for the rest of my life. All for just, you know, to sacrifice my pride for 5 years. You know, what's the downside? Well, let me tell you about Jack Doherty, because he is actually living that exact situation right now. And I don't even think he knows it. Now, if you haven't heard of this toddler, by the way, I'm going to call him a toddler for the rest of this video because, I mean, look at this guy. Look at him. I have an 11-year-old nephew who looks more mature than this guy does. I mean, what is going on? Also, apparently he has an OnlyFans or something along those lines. Are you kidding me? Anyone who has this subscription should be fucking, they should be put on a list. This kid is no more than 12. Even, I don't care what his birth certificate says. But Jack is making headlines right now because he actually wrecked his brand new McLaren. He was actually live streaming while on Kick, and we have a full stream of it.
This song goes out to my grandma who passed away. Yeah, sometimes when I'm lonely, I stick my dick in baloney.
Now, we don't know if he was texting or if he was reading chat or if anything like that, but it really doesn't matter because all you have to know that he was distracted driving while speeding, while driving a supercar while it's raining. What do you have to do? Like, how brain dead do you have to be? And to no one's surprise, he crashed it. Now, luckily, it was only a single car crash because the only thing that could have made this worse is if he hit another vehicle. That's probably the worst case scenario, but luckily that didn't happen. But yeah, I mean, we see the full thing. We see him check his phone, start hydroplaning with his supercar, which, by the way, I've seen some people say that it's not his fault. You know, he just hydroplaned, and that could have happened to anyone. Those people are stupid. Those people are not intelligent people. He could have done 10 different things to avoid this situation. The first one being put down the phone. The second one being stop speeding. The third one is be an actual grown adult and not be a toddler behind the wheel. No joke, I feel like whenever they started towing off his McLaren, once it got totaled, they probably saw like wooden blocks near the gas pedal so he could actually reach it because he's just too short. Now, if that was it, that wouldn't be that bad. I mean, it's something that, you know, obviously it's a huge deal. Obviously he's a fucking idiot if it was just him. But unfortunately it wasn't just him in his booster seat. He did have a second person in the vehicle, his cameraman named Michael. Now, I'm pretty sure I actually can't show this one because there is kind of blood in this video. I'm pretty sure nothing actually came from it, but as in the video, you can see he does have blood coming out of his head. So put yourself in Jack's shoes. Like I said, he is making the deal with the devil, like I mentioned earlier in the video. He is, right now, I'm fairly confident, he is the most unliked person on the internet. I would have to guess. It's a tie between him and Boogie2988.
I did it wrong. I fumbled, like 100%. I fumbled. I wasn't fully diagnosed. My doctor told me it was possible. He told me that he saw signs of it. I made the video because I knew that I was going to need money one way or the other.
This man legitimately, this toddler legitimately does not have any actual fans. I'm fairly confident. But you're in his shoes, right? I mean, you make bank. You have so much money you don't even know what to do with. You have like 5 supercars. You have your whole life ahead of you. He's only 20 years old. allegedly. Now, your car got totaled while you were live streaming, and obviously people will understand that it's your fault. I mean, you were distracted driving and everything. You get into this crash, right? You get into this crash. There's, you can see that your friend is bleeding. You got all of this on camera, all live streamed. It's all still live. What would be your next move? Would you stop recording, get the cops around there, get some medical personnel, make sure everything's good? That's the hope. That's what normal people would do. He sees his potential friend bleeding from the head after being in a pretty bad crash. Apparently, according to him, they were going about 45 miles an hour when they ended up hitting the side rail. Well, he hands his cameraman his camera.
There's no fucking... Michael, here. Michael, do you have film on that phone too? No.
We got to keep this rolling. This is great content, baby. This is great content. Hey, we're doing numbers. There's no going back here now. He's banned, by the way. He got banned from Twitch a long time ago, and he kind of went to the Saturday detention of streaming, being Kick. He got apparently permabanned from Kick. He by the way, he can't stream on YouTube. He can't stream on Twitch. He can't stream on Kick. Where does he go? Well, he's currently ebegging on TikTok Live.
Everyone double tap the screen. We're almost at 1 million likes, guys. Let's see how fast we can hit it. James Ellis, thank you for the galaxy, bro. I just followed you back. Guys, let's see how fast we can hit my galaxy goal. I'm going to follow everyone back once we hit it. Appreciate y'all. Cole with the galaxy. Thank you, Cole. I appreciate it. Thank you, Aiden, for following live creator. How'd you crash your car? I hydroplaned. I literally hydroplaned. I'm in a McLaren in the pouring rain. What do you expect? You guys have never drove a McLaren.
I thought he was loaded. He should not be asking for $10, I think is what it... Look, by the way, if you're on TikTok Live, you're already wrong. There's so much nefarious stuff going on at TikTok Live. I can't imagine that anyone over the age of like 12 is supposed to be on TikTok Live. So the McLaren is done for. The cops arrive. He starts recording some videos that he kind of just says is the worst day of his life, and is kind of just, making things worse because he's actively blocking like medical personnel and, people just trying to clean up the mess so they can get the freeway back up and running. So he's just kind of being a nuisance, which I know is not new to him at all.
I did not think this was going to be happening today.
Me neither.
All right, guys, my McLaren is totaled a couple days before my 21st birthday.
Have some shame, brother. I mean, this is all your fault. You almost got your friend killed, and you're still like trying to milk it, I guess. Now, eventually, everything did get cleaned up, and the day did end. By the way, he got clowned on it immediately. Like, this instantly blew up. I am a little late to this. This happened 6 days ago by the time I was recording this, and he is still getting flamed. And it's awesome. But eventually he did release a follow-up video with him and his cameraman Michael in the hospital getting checked up on. He is still shirtless while his friend Michael, who is actually the one injured, is still has a shirt on. So, again, not 100% sure why he's shirtless all the time, but, whatever.
All right, guys, we're in the hospital after the crash. How you feeling, Michael? Amazing. He's getting stitches right now.
But yes, he released an update saying everything was pretty much okay. His cameraman, by the way, Michael, I keep calling him a cameraman, but he is his own person. I mean, I'm starting to talk like Jack Doherty, just like camera number 2, and it's just him. He doesn't even know his name. His friend, I'm just going to call him Michael. I'm not even calling him his friend. Michael here seems just pissed. He seems like he is completely just mad at Jack because this whole situation is his fault, and he fucking knows it. Like I said earlier, it has been about like 5 days since this actually happened, and while he is constantly getting roasted on all social media, he does just, still post on his Instagram, and he apparently had his 21st birthday. You could have fooled me. I thought it was his 13th, but whatever. So as far as I know, that's where this kind of story ends for now. I don't know if there's not an official police report or anything like that filed. There's no lawsuits coming his way. I imagine the only ones who are super interested in everything that happened here is this insurance company, which is probably shitting a brick. I would like to say that I think he's going to learn from this, but I know he won't. I already know it. He's already on his ways. If you look at his Instagram, it's the funniest thing in the world. He like the next day after his crash, he uploaded a picture of him turning 21, surrounded by wads of cash and Rolexes, I guess, or some kind of like luxury watch. Which I have always found that to be like the cringiest possible thing to upload is pictures of you like flaunting your cash. Like, that does not look cool. It looks like you're trying way too hard. Now, if you're like me, you don't know anything about Jack Doherty. I know I didn't up until about 5 days ago when he got into this crash. Like, I've heard his name before. I remember seeing his face like in a YouTube video like 2 years ago. And I remember thinking like, this guy has the most punchable face of all time. Okay, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. Let's go all the way back. I was going to talk a lot about Jack Doherty's past and his upbringing and all that, but there's already a lot of YouTube videos out there like that, so I'm just going to go over some of the basics. So weirdly enough, I feel like an unk saying this, but he started his YouTube career back in 2016 while doing the bottle flip challenge. If you don't remember, it was just a really cool thing in 2016 just to flip a bottle and it land upright. What a time to be alive. I mean, I remember I did it a lot. I remember it was a big deal. I mean, I thought we were fucking cool as hell doing that shit. Except I was 16 and or I guess I was 17 and he was 12 or 13, something like that. Which is just wild to think about. By the way, if you see 13-year-old Jack Doherty and modern day Jack Doherty, they look identical. He uploaded his first YouTube video of him flipping stuff and landing upright, and gained a couple hundred subs, and then he did it a couple more times, and then eventually one of his videos just absolutely blew up and got like millions and millions of views, which skyrocketed his channel up to getting hundreds of thousands of subscribers. And you know, I mean, I was on YouTube too back in 2017, 2016, except I was uploading CSGO rage montages of myself, so I guess I was doing the wrong thing here. Here I am scratch fighting and farting to get 1,000 subs, and this guy makes 100 times that in one upload. Yes, I'm extremely jealous. I can't help it. So from there, he had to upgrade his content. You know, a bottle flip was really cool for about like 4 months, and then after that, it kind of just dwindled down. So what would you do? What? You would become a public nuisance streamer? Oh boy, wow. Well, you and Jack had the exact same idea because he made his entire channel of annoying people in public. Look, man, I like to think I'm still young, right? I'm 25, and I know I'm quickly approaching unk status, but man, I don't think there was ever a time in my childhood whenever I was like, you know what would be really cool? Let's go piss some people off in public and just, you know, just make ourselves look like assholes. So young, impressionable Jack has hundreds of thousands of subs at this point, and he got it all by flipping things and being an absolute annoyance in public. So, you know, is modern day Jack really that surprising to anyone? I mean, is it really a surprise that he is this much of an asshole? He does the stupidest, one of the worst videos I've ever seen in my life. Like, I'm talking in my life. Is that video of him? He walks around with bodyguards at all times, by the way, because he is not an imposing character. He look like, if this guy stepped up to me, I think a 3-year-old is coming up to me trying to ask where his mom is. But he walks around with these big bodyguards and annoys people. And there's this one video of him annoying, like, he's walking like this, shoulder checks a guy, and he says, "What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?" And he knows that if he actually tries to retaliate, his bodyguard will step in.
Go.
What? Little Prompt, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Yeah. Yeah.
What an absolute fucking loser. Like, I cannot think of a worse word to use. He is a pathetic loser, a pathetic human being. So that's pretty much the skinny of like his rise, you know. He learned at a very young age that being annoying is somehow profitable. I don't know, man. I don't know how it happens. I don't know how it works. I don't know what parents allow their child to watch this idiot. They're out there, I guess, enough to the point where he has like 4 supercars that are all like a very ugly color of like lightning blue. I've said this a lot, but he genuinely does remind me of like a toddler that, you know, signed into their parents' GTA 5 account and just started buying all the supercars and just making them the same bright blue color that they thought was fun because it reminds them of like the wallpaper of their, you know, cradle room or something like that. And again, I'm not going to go too far into his backstory or like even modern day stuff, because the only reason I wanted to go back in time like that is to just show you that, like, this guy's living that one scenario I've been thinking of for a long time. Would I sacrifice my pride, integrity, and all around just soul for cash? Because believe, like it or not, as much of an insufferable asshole as this kid is, he is a multimillionaire several times over. He can buy pretty much anything he wants. He is set for, if he stopped right now, he's probably set for life. Yeah, he probably way overspent whatever he had, but like, I guarantee you he's still got multi-million-dollar in the bank. So again, I asked the question to you. Would you put yourself in Jack Doherty's place? Would you become this insufferable asshole that not a single person I think really likes? Like, I keep saying that. I genuinely don't think he has a fan, but he's got bank. But I'm done. I can't keep ragging on this kid. I mean, this toddler, he's too easy, and too many people have uploaded videos about it. I wanted to throw my 2 cents in there. So if you like what you saw, hit like and subscribe, all that stuff. And if you didn't like what you saw, just give me some kisses and I'll never see you again. Okay? Sound good?